Welcome back again, guys. Today I'm going to go through why I have this car, what it is, what I've done to it, and the plans in the future for it. Obviously, you guys can tell that this car is a Porsche. What kind of Porsche? This is a 2014 Porsche Cayman S. Porsche, I don't really care what you call it. People don't really get as angry as you think they do. I've talked to a few owners, but nonetheless, like I said, Cayman S. So this vehicle has the flat 6 mid-mounted. So the 911 vehicles will have it rear-mounted, so over the rear axle. This one is actually mid-mounted, so it's right in this section. And that is a 3.4 liter flat 6. I want to tell you some of the things that I've already done to it. Unfortunately, I didn't do it on camera. This car was a little bit of an issue when I picked it up. Not big problems. Mechanically, it was all fine, but there were some ricey things done to it. So some of the things I can think of offhand, before it had a matte black emblem that was really sun faded. I'm sure they just ran an eBay emblem that looked cool because it was black, but very sun faded. The headlights, which it seems like is a common issue, were pretty cracked up. If you look close, you can still see it on there, but I did have them refinished, so they look pretty darn good from a little distance now. So that really helped. It seems like it was really left out in the sun. I believe it was before a Florida car, before I got to it. I did pick up this car from Illinois, really close to Chicago, but everything clean, title clean. It had pretty low miles. I want to say 20, I'd have to look, but I think 27,000 miles when I picked it up. So another thing that was pretty bad was it was really shoddy back here. They did delete all the emblems, but you could still see remnants of where they were. It was not done very well. Another thing was the taillights were tinted, so you can still see the old ones. I've got right up here. I just do not like that look on this car, so I did get some stock ones off of eBay shipped out to me, so that was all replaced. Now, one of the biggest nuisance I found with this car was it was previously wrapped, and whoever unwrapped it did a pretty poor job of doing that. So there was still a strip right here that I removed, but in all the creases there were still, and you can still see some of them, pieces of wrap and everything. So it was all along this line, which I assume was why it sat at the dealership I bought it from for so long. So it was just a little mistreated. I know people buying these cars, or most Porsches, are pretty particular, but me coming from a drift car, I was not. I was willing to put in a little work to make it look fantastic, which I think I've accomplished. Everybody's taste is a little different, but I do love the parts that I've done to this, and let me tell you what those are. Now, some of you might have looked at the front bumper and thought, oh, this is a GT4, but wait, where's the wing? Well, that's where all the styling comes from. I did a GT4 front bumper on the car, changed all the air ducts accordingly, and then had that paint matched. I also did the side intake covers, the GT4, obviously you can see it says that, kind of a poser like that. And then I did the ducktail spoiler from a GT4 because I do like the line of the silhouette once that's on there. I've been tossing back and forth having a large wing like the GT4 put on here, but the problem is the aftermarket companies that make one that can be added on, it's pretty piss poor design. Drilling into this hatch and everything. If I wanted to do that, I'd have to do it legitimate. I'd have to find a crashed GT4 or something, take the hatch off of it, and have the real wing put on this, and I'm just not willing to spend the money. I think this is plenty for what it is. The other thing that we have done is you'll probably have a hard time seeing this, but the diffuser is also from a GT4. I have some niche wheels, dropped down to 19s. It used to have the 20-inch Carrera Classics, which look fantastic on this car when it's the stock body, but too classic for me. I mean, it's a fitting name, but I wanted the aggressive look, just like the GT4, so I did drop down the wheel size because I do like the fatter tire look on this. So you'll see that up there. And we've got pretty flush fitment all around and a little concave back there. And then the other things that are done to the car are pretty usual. I have a Catback exhaust. It does have the stock headers. As you can see by the stickers, it is Cobb tuned, both the PDK and the motor. So yes, this is a PDK car. That is on purpose. So I have always wanted a mid-engine supercar. I know this is not it. I'm not claiming that at all. But this is a great start for me. This is a mid-engine, it's a dual clutch. I've always wanted a dual clutch car as well. I have the fun, I mean, this is about as raw as it gets. I have the 1JZ swap and the manual obviously in this car. So I wanted the best of both worlds. And PDK is so good, you guys. People preach it all over reviews. I didn't think it could have been that great. But after test driving this car, truly hands down, I am in love with this thing. I drive it whenever I can. I swore I would keep the miles off of it, but it's so hard when you have a nice day, especially here in Wisconsin because we don't have many of them. Now there are a few things I'm gonna be doing to this, actually tomorrow, and I will be taking you guys with me. I will be doing the brakes because I have my first track day in this car. First track day ever, non-drifting, is at Road America this weekend, and it's not the large track, it's just the go-kart track, but it's my first feel on a track with the car. Nonetheless, it's not going to be high speed, but at the end of the month I am running a full track day, so it's kind of just a warm-up for that and just dipping my toes in the water, and I'm really excited for it, especially because it was supposed to be so much earlier, but the whole world is just going insane right now. So I have new rotors, front and rear. I have some more aggressive brakes ready to go in. Of course, some Motul fluid, so I'll flush the brake fluid that's in there right now. Obviously the pieces and bits to do it. I have myself a new helmet ready to go. Tomorrow I will also have some new clips ready to go into the bumper because this right now is an issue, and I lost the clips on the back side. Didn't put them very well into there the first time I did it, but I will get all that fixed and tied away. So part of tomorrow in the brakes, I will be removing the bumper so you can kind of see it with the bumper off. It wasn't too complicated to do this whole swap myself, which I'm very surprised by because these German cars are really over-engineered. We also have the vehicle dropped on springs, so H&R springs, and that brought it to, I mean, just about perfect for where I wanted it to sit. So you can see in the front and the back. And then I had the car corner balanced, and it is on a slightly aggressive race alignment, and that was done by 0 to 60 Motorsports in Wisconsin here. They do a great job. And hell, when I went out there, they had a F40 LM, which was awesome to see. But as you guys can tell, I'm really getting into the whole supercar thing. I am fanboying it up. Literally, my goal in life is to have a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, not because I like to show off. I don't have this Porsche to just show off. It's not the 911. People call this one the poor man's Porsche. I disagree. It's a really fun car to drive, and it has the same motor that's in the Carrera, same transmission, same speed. I mean, it's a fun ass car. But I truly appreciate what those cars can do. The engineering is insane. Everybody can talk about the new C8 Corvette is faster than the 458, and the new one's gonna be even better. But you have to remember, the 458 did it 11 years ago. Yes, for $250,000, but it was so ahead of its time, and I have a great appreciation for that. In 14, when this came out, I think it was underappreciated because it was just the entry-level Porsche. But if you went into the S or the GTS or obviously the GT4, which is praised for what it can do, you are getting a fantastic car, especially for what they cost right now. It's a great experience. I really do. I think it's a fantastic driver's car, even without the manual, even with the PDK. It's still a blast to drive. So for right now, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I just wanted to explain what the new car is doing here, give you a little bit of its history and what I've done with it. I'm sure I've missed a few things, but as the vlogs go on, you will see more about it. I'll tell you why I chose this over a Corvette or a Mustang GT350. Ooh, that's gonna piss off some people. I mean a Shelby GT350. I do work at Ford. I know that pisses people off. But there is reason for it. I'll go through things that I like about this car, things that I hate about this car, which is going to be a hard video to make, but I'm excited to make it nonetheless. So thank you guys very much for watching. As always, I appreciate your time taken out of the day to watch some noob hold a camera in front of them. I can promise you guys, in the future, there's going to be a lot going on, whether YouTube takes off or not. I'm not relying on that, obviously. I just want to share car things with car guys. But I am in a position that this will get upgraded in a couple of years, and you guys definitely want to be there for that. And obviously, to the OGs of this channel, there aren't many of you, but there's going to be plenty of content on the 1JZ FRS as well. So please stay tuned. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.